Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Ketubot page 70, which opens a new chapter that says that if a man makes a vow saying to his wife that I'm not going to give you any food, so for the first 30 days we hire or appoint an agent to provide the food on his behalf because he's not allowed to do it because he made a vow against her. And afterwards, if this continues, he doesn't remove this vow, then she can leave and receive all the money found in her ksuba. On this, the Talmud wonders, why would this vow have any validity? He shouldn't be able to make this because he has an obligation to provide this food for his wife. So it shouldn't mean anything, and therefore there's apparently no need to do anything because he still has to give her this food. So on this, the Talmud gives an answer and says we're talking about a situation where he says that you keep all the work, all the money that you make, and I'll keep the mazonos, I'll keep the food. In other words, instead of you giving me your work money and I give you the food in return, let's just keep all of it separate, and this way you'll be able to support yourself with all the money that you make. Now, the Talmud says in this situation, she had enough money to be able to take care of all the big things. However, she did not have enough money for the small things. So the question still stands, that should still be his obligation. On this, the Talmud says it's talking about a situation where she came from a much more affluent background than her husband, where she now lives with her husband. But she didn't mind, and she said, when I was at my father's house, he was able to provide for me the big things and even the small things. Now I know you weren't able to do so, but it's okay. It didn't bother me. But it didn't bother me as long as you did not make a vow against me. But now that you've done this, and it's a very bitter and negative feeling that you've done this, at this point, I'm not happy that I'm not getting even the small things. And therefore, because of this, he's obligated to make sure that this agent provides those small things as well. Now, we see from here that there's only so much a person can take. Because when a person gets married, it's very possible you may be coming from a very affluent family. You're going into a new relationship. You're both young, so you don't have the same financial background. You don't have the same amount of money. But it's okay, provided that there is a structure of love between the two, where it's a give and give relationship. I give you some food, you give me some money, so everyone is happy because everyone's working together. And therefore, even though it's true, it may not be as comfortable as when I was younger, it doesn't matter to me because of our strong connection and bond. However, once you create a relationship in which there is a strain in that relationship, and you start saying, you know what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours, and our paths will not cross, so all of a sudden, she will have a totally different attitude, and she'll recall how it was when she was younger. And therefore, because of that, we have to be very mindful and recognize that when it comes to a husband and wife that come into a relationship, there are a lot of adjustments that take place at the very beginning, and they are doing things differently than they did before. And therefore, it's very important to recognize the importance of continuously having a strong, intimate bond with your spouse so that they will always feel this emotional connection, which will be stronger than the financial loss or the monies that they had before, because the emotional connection is stronger. But if the emotional connection is gone, then she says, what else do I have in this relationship? And therefore, once again, this is teaching us the importance of making sure that in our relationships that they remain strong and intact for many years ahead.